Minister of Water Resources, Suleiman Adamu, has pledged his commitment to ensuring the passing of the national the passage of the National Water Resources Bill into law. Mr. Adamu, who made the pledge when he was featured on the News Agency of Nigeria flagship interview program in Abuja, said it was for the overall benefit of all Nigerians, but they say they don't want. He said it must be passed. He said it was saddening that antagonists of the bill went hysterical, giving it different colorations. An outright call for the bill to be thrown out is against water resources development. Mr. Adamu said the ministry had debunked arguments against the bill through continuous media rounds, saying the next step is to await another public hearing if need be. Some of the people that are vehemently opposing this bill are the ones that stand to benefit and the ones that are most protected. For instance, in the riverine areas, it is not good if you don't have a law that protects the interstate waters. This is because 80% of the fresh water of this country flow from north to south into the Atlantic. If you don't have this kind of protection for the downstream end, what will happen? If states like Kebbi, where river Niger comes in, or Adamawa, where river Benue flows in, decide that they want to control their water at that point, what will happen to the downstream communities? This is why, since independence, our constitution has made it that the water that flows across interstate or inter-regional boundaries, as it were at that time, the responsibility for that should be vested on the federal government. Mr. Damu said that there was nothing unusual about this, as this was what was obtained everywhere in the world. The minister said that Nigeria entered into a treaty with 8 other countries in the early 60s to form the Niger Basin Authority. According to him, such a partnership has seen the survival of the Kanji and Jeba dams. He therefore urged those with contrary opinions to present them at the proposed public hearing, saying they are determined to rubbish the efforts of President Muhammadu Buhari. The minister said he would not allow the actions of critics to mock efforts to reposition the water resources sectors, and that the bill was the major instrument to make it happen. You know, this bill went through so many things, including a review by a senior advocate of Nigeria who is one of the leading legal experts on environmental law. And his opinion is that there is nothing wrong with the bill. So why tie it to politics when it should be tied to development? I think we should get out of that cocoon. For those that are opposed to the bill, please have an open mind about it and look at it. We will continue to pursue the water because pursue the bill because it is our responsibility as government, Mr. Adamu said. He said that the ministry and many experts were involved in the formulation of this bill for the past close to 20 years. So the last day that I am minister in this ministry, I will continue to pursue this bill to its logical conclusion, the minister vowed. If the people say they don't want it, and they leave it now, you have tried your best. So why is it that it must be a must? You have to pass it before you leave office. The same way you people try to force Ruga down the throat of the masses, but at the end of the day, people began to understand the meaning of that Ruga, the reason why you wanted the Ruga in the first place. Are you a minister of the North or a minister of Nigeria? Resign your appointment and cross to our side and see things the way it appears on our side before coming out to make comments. As this, how many Southerners have oil blocks in this country as compared with their northern counterparts? Who are the major stakeholders in NNPC today? So when you make comments such as this, you have to weigh it critically before coming to the public. It's the Minister of the North or Northern Nigeria. River Niger source is not Nigeria but Futajulon Hills, which River Benue source was from, Cameroonian hills. Therefore, none of these two major rivers sources was from the northern part of Nigeria. The submission of the minister is weak and totally unacceptable. Is this how to restructure Nigeria? All we want is to restructure Nigeria and do away with the fraudulent 1999 constitution. Who is saying that the 1999 constitution is not a problem? Yeah, it's Abdul Salami. The Fulani regime of Buhari is desperate and aspiring. Why they know that Ruga has failed, they want to smuggle another policy to dominate other regions. They will fail. Surely they must fail. Well, you are just a minister, so you cannot even enforce anything. Hey, awa. Okay, that's what those good for nothing human beings are. If 80% fresh water is in north, why bringing your cows to south in the name of getting it getting it to drink water? These people think we are not wise. They think we are not wise, but they are going to be they will be shocked. Well, many people don't understand issues before coming to a conclusion. Some because of hatred and some just pure ignorance. Then, oh, we would like you to enlighten the people. The recent flooding all over the Niger and Benue basin show the need for a framework for management of the rivers, which will be federal beyond state borders. The two major rivers need to be dredged constantly because of continuous silting or to prevent the now annual destructive flooding and also make it navigable all year round. No single state have the resources to undertake such venture, and it has to be done by all the states involved to the same specification, knowing fully well that in many states it is actually the border between the two states who then assume responsibility for the dredging. That is why there is urgent need, devoid of political brickbats, for the passage of the water bill so that communities bordering the river can benefit from comprehensive approach to tackling the challenges. We will continue to do ourselves a disservice if we allow hatred and politics to stand in the way of reasons. If not, the problem of flooding along the rivers will continue to pose a challenge. Nigerians are hungry now. Nigerians are hungry. Things are going haywire. The economy is something else. They are not stamping their foot down to say, yes, we are going to get rid of this whole thing, at least to a very large extent. They are not doing that. But those things that are not clear to the people, those are the things that they want to impose on the people. So what is this one that is explaining what this guy is saying? It makes no sense. Restructure the whole country and every other thing will fall in place. So do the first thing first. We do not need it. It is as simple as that. Ruga failed. This one too will fail like others. Yes. So guys, let's hear your opinion. If you really believe this is a water resources bill or you understand it better, let us know.